Hello everybody, and maybe you can already tell why these pieces are the ones that I'm the least excited about in my capsule wardrobe. And even though I keep a very limited amount of clothing items, I still have these and I'm still gonna keep them, and that's what I want to talk about today in this video. So welcome to today's video. We are going to talk about my least favorite items in my minimalist wardrobe, but why I still keep them. And let's just start with the first item on top here, and that is my swim shorts. So this is like the bottom part of my bikini, even though the bikini top does not belong to that set. So these bikini shorts, I bought them when I was 16 maybe, so they're almost 10 years old, and there are some reasons why I don't like them. One reason is the brand. I do not want to support that brand anymore, and walking around as a logo for this brand is not really something I want to do. Another reason is that they are just not in a good shape anymore. They start like peeling here, and also I don't like the color. I don't think blue really suits me, and they are just getting old and older. They also have, in another video I said it's part of a tent. It's actually not part of a tent, but I think it's part of my sleeping bag, of my old sleeping bag that I had to use here as an elastic waistband because the one that was in here just lost all of its stretchy material. And so, yeah, why do I still have them if I don't like the color, the brand, the shape it's in, and all of these things? Well, I like the cut, and I haven't found a good sustainable option to replace them with. And also, they still work. And a third reason is I don't really use my bikini that often, just because I do not live near the sea. It's pretty cold most time of the year, so it's not warm enough to actually go swimming in a lake. And just out of like sustainability reasons as well. Like if there's no need to really replace them right now, I'm just sometimes a bit lazy with replacing things like this because it's more sustainable to just keep what I have and trying to use it as long as possible. Because the other thing is sometimes when I get rid of clothes, I give them to somebody else, or that's what I try to do all the time, because the only way I can justify in front of myself to like buy new items and declutter old items if they're not in a shape where I had to like recycle them because they can't be worn anymore, is that I can give them to somebody else, that I can give them to a secondhand shop, that I can donate them, that I can bring them to a clothing swap so that somebody else can use that item. And these shorts, I mean, you can still use them, but I would not feel comfortable giving them to anybody else because they are just not in a shape where I am, like where I want to give them to anybody with like a sleeping bag elastic thing with pilling, just 10 years old. It's just not something that I can give to somebody else. So I try to use it for a bit longer until I find a perfect replacement, until they fall apart, or yeah, I figure out another solution. But I haven't found a solution, and that's why I still keep them, even if there are so many parts to these that I actually don't like. And then the next item has a similar problem because it's also blue. So it's also just the color that I don't really like, and these are my sweatpants. And there are a few like similar things here. I bought them in Scotland just because it was colder than we thought, and I did not have enough clothes to keep myself warm, and that was in the summer of 2019, I think, and they were great. I mean, they kept me warm and they fit me, and I found them just at a secondhand shop, and I think the cut isn't even that bad. But another thing that I don't like is all of these zippers. Like, it's too many zippers for me. They have zippers at the bottom, zippers here, and if I'm in the sun, they get really hot, and they also damage the fabric next to them. So it has a small hole here. I'm not sure if you are able to see it, but that's again another thing why I maybe wouldn't feel comfortable giving them to somebody else anymore, because they are just like not in a good shape anymore. But yeah, I keep them because they work. I keep them because sweatpants are something that does not have to look great. I keep them because I feel bad donating them because they're not in good shape, but I also don't just want to recycle them because yeah, fashion should be worn as long as possible to make it sustainable. And another reason why I keep them is because I'm still not sure if I want to replace them with another pair of sweatpants, which would just be very easy. A pair of sweatpants that has a beautiful color, is maybe a bit more simple in style, is maybe fair fashion, or that I get secondhand somewhere. That would be beautiful. I would like to have a pair of sweatpants in maybe this color. That I would love that. But on the other hand, I thought maybe I could replace this pair of sweatpants with a pair of pants that is still very comfortable, so I could use it in the same situations I want to use my sweatpants in, but I could also use it in more like chic situations, because I think there are pants out there that are very chic, that are very flattering, that look very put together, but that are still very comfortable. So that would be like a great product that I think exists, but I just haven't found the perfect option for me yet. And so as long as I haven't decided that, I'm gonna keep them. Just again, because it's more sustainable, because I don't have to make the change. Yeah, but it's another item I really don't enjoy wearing, but I still have because of these reasons. Then let's maybe go on with my rain pants. And now these have, yeah, my mom bought them about, I guess, maybe 12 to 15 years ago. She just always bought like bigger sizes of things my sisters and I wore and used, and so that we could grow into them, so that as soon as we don't have anything that fits us anymore, she could just grab the bigger size. And that's one of these products. So the color is like too colorful for me. I don't really like the color. Also, it's a children's size, so they do fit me because I'm pretty petite and tiny, but they don't fit me well because they are just a bit tight around my butt, around my legs, and so they are not perfect. But on the other hand, this is really a product. I don't use them often. I think it's maybe been 2 years since I used them, and that would for me be a strong indicator to just let it go. But it's different from other pieces in my wardrobe, because when it's raining and I want to go for a hike, for example, I would definitely use these. I love hiking, I love being outside. We sometimes go on vacation camping in nature, so I would definitely bring these to wear them if it's raining. Because on a rainy day, if I'm outside the whole day, these rain pants would save me. They would be the only thing that makes this day possible, because if they would keep me dry, because I don't want to be on vacation somewhere in nature and then be soaking wet. All my clothes are wet, I can't really dry them, so rain pants are like a perfect thing. I think that the last time I used them was maybe 2 years ago when I cycled to university. That's like something else I would use them for if I am on my bike, if I need to go somewhere here in the city. And the thing is, I don't need to go anywhere. But that is because of the situation we're in currently. That is also because I'm working from home, I'm done with university, but situations like that can come up, and I'm pretty sure they will come up. And so I think it's not sustainable and not wise and not frugal if I just declutter these and then need to replace them, because there's nothing else in my wardrobe that I can wear if I come into the situation where I need rain pants. There are specific situations where I need a product like this and nothing else, yeah, can replace it. I don't like having them in my wardrobe. I don't wear them a lot. But they are here for a specific purpose, and if that situation comes up, I'm very happy I will have them. Please let me know if you can understand why I'm keeping them and what you would do, and if you have items like this in your wardrobe. That would be really interesting. So leave me a comment down below, and I am looking forward to reading your comments. The next thing, we're moving on to the red stuff here, is this like long underwear. Now, this is just a woolen pair of underwear. Again, one of the things that my mom bought at least 10 years ago. And it's a great product because it's made out of wool and it keeps me really warm. The downsides to it is that it is really stretched out here on the top. I already made used another elastic band in here, but that one is really not working either. And also I have had to fix it just because it had holes, and it has a new hole here now. But on the other hand, I wear them underneath another pair of pants in winter when it's cold. It does its job perfectly fine, but it's not pretty, it's broken, But again, it still works, so I don't really want to replace it. Another reason why I haven't replaced it yet is because it's wool. And wool is amazing for keeping me warm. But there are some ethical questions, and I'm not sure if I want to support buying new wool products. And I haven't found a brand that I'm super happy with in terms of maybe recycled wool. I haven't found a brand that makes thermal leggings like that out of natural fibers, because I don't really want to have a polyester one or something like that would really do the job. So if you have tips for me for something like this, also let me know down below in the comments. But so again, I don't have a good replacement. I don't like it, but it gets its job done, so that is why I'm keeping it. And then moving on to the fifth thing, and actually something I have thought a lot about, and also something that has kind of sparked the idea for this video. Because somebody commented that they don't understand why I would keep this thing, or that it seems very annoying. And it's my ski pants. My ski pants take up a lot of space. I think that's the bulkiest item in my minimalist wardrobe. And yes, they do keep me warm, so they have to be kind of bulky. There has to be a lot of warmth here. And also, all of these red things, it's another thing that my mom bought more than 10 years ago. And I'm so grateful I have these. It's again a children's size, but they fit. And yeah, they do the job. But again, it's similar to the rain pants. The last time I wore them was in 2019 in winter, beginning of 2019 in Sweden. And I haven't worn them since. I haven't worn them when we had snow here because I just didn't wear them. It was not cold enough to be necessary. And I'd like to declutter them just because they take up so much space. I haven't worn them during the past 2 years. I don't like the color. It's just not an item that I like to have in my wardrobe. But I won't declutter them because it will happen that I'm in a situation where I go on a winter hike or am in Scandinavia again during winter, and then it's a situation where I need something like this. So the possibilities are decluttering it, but knowing that at some point during the next few years I will have to buy another pair of these whenever the situation comes up. But these work, so there's really no reason to declutter them. So that is an item that I maybe don't even use once a year, but I still think it's worth keeping it because I know I'm gonna use it again. And I don't think it's an item that you can really rent, because we don't usually go on ski vacations where you can rent gear, but we just go to a random cabin or on Airbnb or something like that. So I think it would be really complicated to always rent or borrow something like that fits me from a friend or from a renting service, and I already have them. And in general, they don't really take up that much space. It's just in my wardrobe, because it's so minimal, that this is really a huge part of my wardrobe that I don't really use on a regular basis. Yes. Other than that, I don't like the color, but it's fine. They work. It's just that I don't really use them, they take up a lot of space, and it's not my favorite color. But with things like that, you could really see that these are items that I don't particularly like them. But they are useful and they serve a certain purpose. And it's out of different reasons, because of minimalism and because of sustainability, that I have decided to keep them for now and not replace them. For some of the items, for the first two or ones, like the sweatpants and my bikini bottoms and also the long underwear, I know that I use these things on a regular basis, and I will replace them at a certain point when I have found a good solution for what I want to have next, and when I have worn them for a bit longer, so that I can justify better just recycling them because they are not in a shape where they could be used by somebody else after me. And for my ski pants and rain pants, it's really just the case that they are here for a specific situation that doesn't happen very often, but that where I don't have anything else in my wardrobe that I could replace it with. So it's really something that I need as a tool for certain situations. I do understand that maybe you would decide otherwise. You would maybe have different decisions. You maybe have different other items that you keep but you don't like. I have maybe decluttered things that you think you need to keep for certain occasions, and maybe you don't understand why I keep them, even though I haven't used them for the last 2 years. But I think, again, that really illustrates how we are different and our wardrobes are different, and we have to find a solution that works for us. And me talking about these things now does not mean that I will never change my mind. So maybe it happens that I realize that I'm really not liking the cold at all, so I'm never planning on going back to Scandinavia during winter, and I never plan on going on a winter hike. And then I decide to declutter my ski pants. Maybe I also declutter my rain pants because I decide that I'm not going outside as long as it's raining, and if I need to go outside, I will always go by public transport. But I think that's not, I don't see that in my future, because I like going with my bike everywhere and having the possibility to go outside even if it's raining heavily. And these really give this opportunity to me. So I have these things in my wardrobe that I don't really like, but I also don't have to love all the things I have in my wardrobe. So they're fine. I'm grateful for having them because they get their job done, and it's very sustainable if I keep them instead of throwing them away and buying something else right away, or just throwing them away even though I know I'm gonna need them later. And so that's what I'm doing. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I would really be interested in hearing if you have similar things in your wardrobe, how you would handle the situation, or just what you think about this problem or about this in general. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That would really help my channel. And if you want to see more videos right now, I link you a video here and a playlist here that you can check out right now if you have time and if you want to. And of course, I also hope to see you next time. Bye!